Alright everyone, welcome back. We're still here with Dev and Greg from the Urban Jedi Knights.
Hey.
And this time around, we're going to be talking about DC Comics, movies, video games, the TV shows, the state of everything right now, and the future of where they're going. Okay, so what do you guys want to talk about first? The video games, the TVs, or the movies?
It's video games, is what we all know.
Video games? All right.
Okay. Let's do that.
So, shoot, where you got to start off?
Let's start off with what we want.
Okay, what we want?
Yeah, because, I mean, there's not really too much in the scene of video games right now. It was the last thing they dropped, like...
DC had, like, Injustice 2.
Yeah.
It's phenomenal. Mm-hmm. Amazing gear system, stuff like that, customization.
Yep.
But we'll talk about the current a little bit later, but go ahead, I'm sorry.
Got you. No, you're good. I'm really excited because I've heard rumors about it. I don't know if it's true.
Uh-oh, I know where you're going.
Okay.
I think I know where he's going, too.
Uh-huh.
Another Arkham title. Okay. All right. I'm just going to throw that out there. Every time they just keep leveling up and doing something different. Like, I loved Arkham Knight. I still play Arkham Knight to this day. You saw me. I was up the other night playing...
Getting it
in the classic Batmobile.
Did you get all them Riddler trophies?
One time. I'm not going to sit there and do it again. No.
I couldn't do it. I tried. I wasn't a big fan of Arkham Asylum and the other games just because I suck at sneaking games. And like Arkham,
me too.
Arkham Knight made it kind of optional.
Yeah,
like it still plays to your advantage, but like I loved Arkham Knight. I got all the DLC. I got all the different costumes. The only thing I never got 100% on was the trophies.
I can't blame you, man.
But so you're saying another Arkham game?
I heard that there's another Arkham title dropping, and there's always going to be that rumor that seems to just permeate throughout time for the past, like I want to say the past 10 years, 10 or 11 years, the Superman title that's supposed to be done by Montreal Games.
Yeah.
The same company that's doing Batman. Because, I mean, I love, fun fact about me real quick, I love games where you get to fly as like a person. Like, DC Universe, love it. I still play that to this day, too. And Anthem, didn't really get too much love, but I just love unassisted flight, right? So, Superman Returns, I actually went and bought a whole 360.
The Xbox 360 game, Superman Returns?
I mean, recently, like 2 years ago or so. When did we get that, John?
We got that last year.
Oh, shoot. Never mind. See what I'm saying? Just to play Superman Returns and, like, just to fly and, like, to feel like I'm really, like, breaking a sonic boom thing when I'm, like, taking off. I love that. So, if they do something... Give me some good flight. That's all I'm looking for.
Would you want it to be like open world GTA style?
Absolutely.
Yeah, like
absolutely.
Just pop in on everyone, like go to the Daily Planet, see Lois, and then you can like fly back to Smallville and see Moms or something like that on the farm.
Yes.
I would be down for that.
Yeah.
What about you?
That would be good. What? I guess what I'd love to see.
What you love to see. If I didn't cut you off.
No, you're good.
Okay.
I would love to see it. I would love for them to do something kind of like what Marvel did, but for video games. So,
ooh, I see what you're saying.
Batman. Definitely give me a Superman game. Give me a Wonder Woman game. Or have her in it. Give me a Green Lantern game. Give me the characters that we don't really see much. I mean, we know Batman, Superman are the face of DC.
Yeah.
But give me something more. Injustice does a good job of bringing those characters in and basically making them all different. Yeah. But, you know, like with the armor system and the equipment and stuff like that. I got Injustice 2 when it first came out. I don't play it much anymore, but I loved the first one, and because it was like for free on PS Network one time.
Oh yeah.
Because of this whole DC bundle they were giving out. And like what was great, like Greg was saying, a Superman game with some freedom. Like I love the Arkham games, but like Spider-Man spoiled me. I can't go back to the Batman games
so
now
good
because the Spider-Man game was so good.
It was
so good. But the Arkham games, I love them. My favorite is probably Arkham City though.
Yeah.
Arkham Knight was good. Arkham Origins had good boss fights, but I think Arkham City had a little bit of everything in there.
Was Arkham City the one where they like changed the combat system? I heard someone said out of the first three, one of them like changed the combat system or something like that.
It might have been Origins.
Okay.
Yeah, it definitely was Origins.
Yeah, because I only played the first one and tried that out.
Yeah.
So you want something with just a good story? Spoil us.
Yeah, let's build it. Like, give me a Justice League game.
Oh, like they're doing with the Marvel's Avengers now.
Yeah. Make it dark. You know, if I wish, because I really like the Injustice story, And I kind of wish it wasn't a fighting game sometimes. I kind of wish you could actually play through that like that. Oh my goodness, I'd be crazy dealing with that storyline and stuff like that. So yeah, give me something like that, a Justice League game. Let me play as all the characters, different missions, different powers, all that.
Okay, I'm already on board with you guys. As far as a Batman game, I love Arkham Knight, but I will say I'm just tired of Batman. There's been just in the whole industry for DC. We've had Gotham, we have Batwoman now, we have the new Batman movie. Every year we're getting a Batman movie from the animated DC universe. Like I want to see something with Static. I want to see something with Spectre. I want to see, I don't know, just dig deep. Yeah. Like you said, but the problem is if people don't know who these characters are, they're not going to care. So I would love to see a new Superman game. I would love to fly around. I would love to chapter select and stuff like that and fight specific villains and choose what I want to do next. Like some can be sub bosses, other ones can be the big boss of the game, like how they did with I think his name is Negative Man. In the Spider-Man game, or Mr. Negative, I forget what they called him. But yeah, just have it like that. I would love to see Injustice 3. I mean, it's probably coming either way.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So they have, the good thing about that is I don't think Injustice or Injustice 2 would have happened if it weren't for all these DC shows and movies. Because like Injustice 2 for DLC, Enchantress, movie character, Atom, TV show.
Okay.
Starfire. Well, I mean, Starfire is a Teen Titans cartoon favorite, of course. And I mean, all these characters are in the comics. I'm not saying that's not why they're popular.
But people know about them, though.
Exactly.
That's the thing.
People know about them from all this stuff. I would just love to see an Injustice 3. I'm sure that's going to be announced maybe at E3 this year, although PlayStation, I know, never does E3 anymore.
Right.
And Nintendo does their own thing now. That's what I'd like to see. I'm with you guys. I can't really think of anything else. I'm sure there's tons of games with tons of other characters we could get as long as the story's good.
Yeah.
But off the top of my head, I can't pull anything. Maybe a DC like villain game where you play as the bad guy, like kind of like what we were bridging off in our previous video about Star Wars. That would be cool.
Yeah. Joker. That's everyone's go-to.
Yeah, of course.
Lex Luthor. I don't know if anybody would want to play as Lex Luthor, but definitely Darkseid. Doomsday, rampaging through a city.
Like what Dev was saying a little bit, like a Green Lantern, like cosmic story.
Oh,
that would be sick. Because they could have the budget to do that. I know they're hesitant, but I know they're. We'll talk about the TV properties later, but I know they're hesitant with Green Lantern though, just because of the last live action version they had, and I think Green Lantern's only been in like Justice League video games and stuff like that, but
he never. I don't think there. No, there was. Didn't they? I think you might have told me about it. They had a Justice League
Green Lantern game
video game. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I might have missed it, but do you guys remember back in the day though, like PS1, PS2? Like, we had the Spider-Man games.
Every time a movie's
out, they would release a title.
Yeah.
And for some reason, during the Xbox 360, PS3 era, they stopped doing it.
Yeah, I think the last
because they all started sucking.
Yeah. Because the Wolverine Origins one, that was the last one I saw.
That was really good, actually. The one that was, like, M-rated.
Yes. Yeah, that one was good.
That one was good. Deadpool game, they had it for 360 and did it for PS4. Like, the graphics weren't anything special, and it was kind of repetitive, but it was still really fun. But as far as the current state of DC games, I mean, what have we had? We had Injustice 2 is the latest one I can think of. There's probably another one that came out, maybe?
A DC game? Not that I know of.
I mean, unless you count like the Lego DC.
I don't.
Yeah.
So let's be real, I don't. The Arkham titles. There was that game, where it wasn't like you got to play as the villains, we got to play as like imposters or something like that, like people who were dressing up as villains and dressing up as Batman.
Gotham City Imposters or something like that.
Yeah, there was that. That's about it, but we haven't gotten anything from them for real.
Yeah, now that I'm thinking of it, they need to crank out some more DC games.
Right. But it's hard to, though.
We don't have that much to talk about with the current state of DC.
I got my first PS4 when Arkham Knight came out.
Yeah.
And that was 2016? 2015? I think.
Yeah, it was a while ago.
So the current state of DC video games, is that all we have to say?
Yeah.
Yeah. Nothing really happened. Give us more.
Yeah.
All right.
Give us more.
Dev, it's your choice this time. Movies or TV shows?
Let's do movies.
Okay.
Let's do movies.
So how do you want to start off?
Let's start with what we have, because we've been getting some. I know Joker was all the rave.
Did you guys both like it?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Okay.
Yeah, I liked it.
I know you were hesitant as hell before it came out.
Yes, I was. Yeah, we definitely talked about that.
Yeah. I liked it. I needed a little bit more.
As far as what, like?
And I understand he wasn't Joker until the end of the movie, because for me he only caught like 4 or 5 bodies in the movie.
Yeah.
I needed a little bit more from that, but the movie was good. The movie was good.
Yeah, I can understand it was rated R, so maybe people might have been expecting more.
Right, I suspected a little bit more gritty, but it was more of a mental thing, getting into that world and getting into like his mind and figuring out. And I think from that point of view and how it was shot was really dope. And Joaquin Phoenix just completely destroyed it.
That's why he won that Academy Award.
Of course. It was really good. I'm more so anxious for Joker 2. I feel like Joker 2, if they do a Joker 2, if they keep pushing with that, I think that'll be one of the best DC movies ever.
Okay. And you said you didn't see Birds of Prey yet?
I didn't see Birds of Prey, I did not.
And you didn't see it either?
Unfortunately.
So, yeah, I did a review on my channel, but without spoiling anything major, it's Birds of Prey and the Emancipation of One Harley Quinn. I think that's the whole title.
Yeah.
They didn't change the official title. Everyone thinks they changed the official title a few weeks later. It was just specifically at theaters, so it'll say like Harley Quinn Birds of Prey, so people know what they're buying. But without spoiling anything, it's basically Harley Quinn trying to find her place in the world after she left the Joker. And it's kind of like... You guys saw the new Sonic movie, right?
Of course.
It's kind of like that, where it sets up what Sonic is supposed to be. And so the next movie gets you more excited for this movie. I still love Birds of Prey. It was very good, but the Birds of Prey aren't really utilized till the very end of the film. Just like Joker, where he wasn't really the Joker or what we're familiar with until the end of the film.
So is she getting a sequel? Because I heard that this was just like a one and done thing, and she's done.
I mean, we can talk about the future and current state, but so we had Birds of Prey, we had Joker, and that's basically all for the current state of movies. I know Superman was it Red Sun came out. I did not see that.
I didn't see that either.
Okay, because we can talk about animated and live action for movies in this. So
that animated is fire.
Yo, they can't lose. They can't lose. They're knocking those out the park.
Right?
That's the only thing they got, it seems.
Marvel can learn from that.
Yeah, and
that's the one aspect they can learn from with DC.
Yeah, Greg sent me a video on Facebook the other day of a trailer for their next one that they're doing. What is it?
Probably another Batman movie.
It's Justice League.
Is it really?
What's
Okay.
the one you sent me?
Oh, yeah. I do not remember.
Apocalypse or something?
Oh, yeah, when they pull it up on the dark.
Yeah.
Dark Side. It's time.
Dark Side. Yeah, it looks really good, and they're bringing everybody back. So they're animated movies. They just, like you said, they just can't lose. It's so good.
So the current list of voice actors that are in these animated movies, who would you have to pick for your favorite?
Current, right? Like who's not?
Yeah,
all right.
it could be. Yeah, it can be one from now. It can be, let's just say the past 10 years.
Okay.
Because certain voice actors, they'll put him in there and then they'll swap him out, and then like 4 years later he'll come back for another one.
Yeah, I mean, if we talking, well, all right. I don't think is the Superman voice now the same voice of Sephiroth, Dev, or is the old Superman?
I think it's the old Superman.
All right, never mind then.
Yeah.
I think they have the newer Superman voiced by Jerry O'Connell, the guy from like Sliders and like that. Oh, this is a deep cut, but he had that pilot for the Munster reboot.
Yeah, you might be right. Yeah, you might be right.
I think maybe I'm thinking of
You're talking about New 52 Superman, right?
Yeah, that's what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah, because never mind then. Because the one that I hear right now, he was in DC Universe, but he played in Firefly. I don't know his name at all.
Nathan Fillion?
No, that's Green Lantern.
Oh, he's really okay.
Yeah, huge fan of him though. I was about to put him up because I'm like, yo, I hear him and I like the characters that he plays. He brings that kind of fast and loose kind of character concept to that person.
Yeah.
Well, actually, I don't know if he recently played Green Lantern, but I know in the last 10 years he did. I also like, if I'm right about this, Rosario Dawson as Wonder Woman. We were just talking about this the other night. Batman, he's the definitive voice of Batman forever and always. But like this new guy, he's putting more. I don't want to take away from Kevin Conroy, but he's putting a lot more humanity in Batman's voice. Like you hear struggle when you hear him when he's saying certain things. Like
he grew on me.
Yeah, like in the I'll tell you when he got me. He got me in the Son of Batman. When you first meet Damian, and he's like dealing with the fact that he's got a kid, and he just found out he had a kid because of Talia al Ghul. Like that whole arc and how he just acted around his son, like that was, he nailed it for me.
I'm just gonna say how I feel right now, because he always says it's the end, but he always comes back and does some little project. Mark Hamill as the Joker. You already knew.
Okay.
You already knew.
Okay.
Because he's played a lot of characters, and seeing him in like the new Child's Play movie, I was worried because it's like, is he just gonna sound like the Joker?
Right.
But like he sounded just like a kid and like overly creepy. So that's why like he is very good at separating his craft, whether he's playing a live action character or an anime character. And I just love the quirky, ridiculous Joker. And I would also love to see him play like a different version of Joker, like in an animated movie, because
Yes.
I think someone asked him at Comic-Con to like read off some of Heath Ledger's lines.
Yo,
did you see that?
Yo, yes, I loved it.
Oh my gosh.
I loved it, man.
Okay.
I gotta watch that when I leave now.
Right?
He's so good.
So did you say you had a favorite or no?
My favorite, well, he's my favorite DC character overall, but the guy who does Nightwing.
Nightwing?
He does very well.
Okay.
Especially like in Bad Blood, where like Batman was like not in the picture, and he had to kind of take up the mantle and rally everybody together. You could tell like how he was delivering his lines, like how he missed Bruce, but he didn't at the same time. Like
Yeah.
he was really delivering those lines, and he has a great character design anyway. So yeah, that's probably my favorite right now in the DC animated.
I'm gonna just switch it off a little bit and talk about the future. Mm-hmm. You already know because it's my favorite show ever, but I want to see an animated movie with Tom Welling as the voice of Superman, Michael Rosenbaum as Lex Luthor, because we all know Tom doesn't want to wear that Superman suit.
Yeah, right. I can't blame him.
So I would love to see that and bring back some of the other actors and actresses from Smallville to do the voice, because they're all over there on the West Coast chilling. Like, it would be easy to get them together, and that's what the fans want, because I'm pretty sure at conventions people ask Tom about that all the time. I would love to see that. Other animated movies, I think that's where DC could really benefit from, is just taking some of their other live action properties, like the Keaton Batman, or Ben Affleck obviously isn't going to be doing Batman anymore, but maybe he could voice Batman, and like maybe it would even not be 2D. Maybe it would be like a CGI thing where they'd like use his likeness or something like that.
That would be cool.
Like, you remember how crazily good all the Final Fantasy movies were animated?
Yes.
They could have something like that.
That'd be sick.
Live action for me, I mean, they're thinking about doing Joker 2, Wonder Woman 1984.
Can't wait. Oh, I can't wait.
This is, I don't know if you guys are feeling this at all, but the trailers like haven't revealed Cheetah.
Right.
So
Yeah.
I'm thinking maybe it might be something like she'll be Wonder Woman 3, and like she'll become Cheetah at like the very end, and Maxwell Lord will just be the main villain.
I hope they don't do that.
No.
I really hope they don't do
I just think that's the way they're probably going to go with it.
Because that seems to be the trend, right? Like you have a heavy title card villain, and they grow into their title.
Yeah.
And I get that. I bang with that. But this is another opportunity to not oversaturate the market on that plot development. But who knows? They might do it because they can't fuck up the formula.
Yeah.
Sorry, but can't mess up the formula.
Say it again.
They can't mess up the formula. If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
I know that's right.
Yeah.
If it ain't broke, dang.
So, besides Wonder Woman 1984, The Suicide Squad 2, or I think it's just called The Suicide Squad by James Gunn, and I'm 50-50 on it, because just like the new Batman movie coming out, we'll talk about that in a bit.
Okay.
But the costumes look weird. Like, I've seen stuff, and, like, Flula Borg's going to be in it. I believe John Cena's going to be in it.
What?
And they have all these oddball actors and actresses in it. I know Margot Robbie's returning, so that's cool.
Okay.
I still don't even think DC knows how their movies are going. They don't know where they stand.
Sucks, man.
It's crazy.
Sucks.
But
actually, because I actually haven't heard about that. So it's not gonna be like a departure from the first one. It's gonna be like it's gonna build on it. It's like Viola Davis is still gonna be.
yeah, so there's returning characters. The dude who played the guy from RoboCop and the guy who played Rick Flag.
Yeah.
Well, he's the same actor, but the guy who played Rick Flag in the first one's coming back. Viola Davis is coming back. Will Smith is not. Margot Robbie's returning, and the dude who played Captain Boomerang's coming back.
Okay. Funny. I think he was Varro from Spartacus. I know we keep dropping Spartacus.
Spartacus is everywhere.
Yeah,
Legit,
right?
yo. They're doing big
So
things.
as far as the future goes, we're talking about it a little bit here. Batman.
Let's do it.
We can just talk about that, but I think as far as the future of DC is going, I'm happy the direction they're going. They don't have to have everything tied together. They're not going to keep up with Marvel. They're doing their own thing. And so I think we'll talk about Batman. We'll just start out. I'll let Greg take it because there's a lot of set photos that are out.
Man.
They released camera test footage, which is it's not final.
Right.
But, so what do we think of that?
I keep telling myself that little bit that you just said because it's very important to me that they get the costume right. And what I saw when they released the helmet or the cowl, I was a little bit cross. I was a little bit upset because it looked very leather.
Yeah, I saw that too.
And
It was like snug too.
Right.
About to get in some bondage shit or something.
Yo, but that was like my exact thought. We got the gimp running around. I'm like, can we not do this? Like, can we not? Please, this is not my Batman.
Not the gift.
And Dev is big on. We always talk about this. Dev is big on how Batman's ears look. Right. This one has weird ears. And I'm just like, come on, man.
The oratory ears.
The oratory ears. I'm like, come on, man. Can we gotta fix that cowl. But everything else looks great. I like the concept of the chest piece. I know they were talking about how they might be going with the storyline in which he melted the gun that was used to kill his parents.
I did see that,
I heard about that too.
Mm-hmm. And the weapon that broke his heart or that killed his heart or whatever is now going to protect his actual heart and stuff like that. So I'm like, that's great. I love that metaphor.
I did hear. I know some people are skeptical because they had that the scene in the cemetery, the set photos that came out for that, and people were skeptical about that. There was a video of him like wiping out. This stuntman was wiping out the cycle, but they were saying that the armor that's depicted in that is basically armor used for quick shots and stunts. It's not going to be like the final armor because when Batman's zooming past the camera, he doesn't need to have all of those intricate pieces on from the regular costume. Mm-hmm. So the stuntman alters his costume accordingly. Mm-hmm. So it might look slightly different. Mm-hmm. I'm indifferent. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's how I am. Yeah. I remember Devin saying a lot about it, so let's just let him take it.
I don't like it. I'm not feeling it. It just doesn't. We were talking on Facebook the other day about it.
Yeah.
It just doesn't feel like Batman to me. I feel like every character that first got in the suit, or first we saw set photos or video footage of every Val Kilmer, Michael Keaton, Christian Bale. All of them was like, oh, that looks like Batman.
Yeah.
That was my point of view. That was my reaction.
So I felt about Batfleck.
Yeah.
When they released the first.
It would hit that costume. Yeah. Say what you want, but that costume is like almost like panel for panel comic book Dark Knight Returns. Yeah.
I still like it though, but it's not about me.
I hear you.
I think he sold it because he was a big dude in that movie.
Yeah. He was a bigger guy.
He was a bigger individual.
Yeah.
As of right now, I'm not feeling it, but.
Are you hoping he uses like different costumes like Affleck did?
Yeah, I'm hoping because they all do that in almost every single Batman movie. They in their either if their sequel or their trilogy, they get a different costume. Christian Bale did it. Michael Keaton did it. Batman Returns. He has 2 different costumes. Val Kilmer does it at the end. He has a different one. He fights Friesen. So if they keep with that, I'm okay. But as of right now, I'm not feeling it. You're a billionaire. Why do you look like? me and Greg made that. And we probably still could have did better.
Some cosplay.
And that Batmobile, I'm going to wait and see. Because if that story is fire and that script is right,
it might fit like the tone and the setting.
I'll be okay with it.
Yeah.
But if it's not,
drop it.
Right. I don't know. But that's right.
Yeah, I just like what everyone says. They're set photos and they're stuntman costumes. At the end of the day, it's not the final thing.
Yeah.
There's always lighting and color correction and stuff they can do in post and the way they shoot it.
And it's just starting out too.
Matt Reeves, I mean, the Planet of the Apes movies are really sick.
Yeah,
that's what he's doing with this. And apparently he's supposed to be doing some sort of detective aspect with this.
Good.
Okay with that.
Which we haven't seen, just like in the Batman vs Superman, I think it was the Ultimate Cut. We did see Superman reporting a little bit, but like we still didn't see Batman doing a lot of detective stuff. What did we see in that movie? We saw him go downstairs and like steal some shit off a hard drive or something.
Yeah, killing people.
Yeah, that was sleuth work.
And killing people.
Like I would love to see like stealth stuff, detective stuff, just showing that he's actually smart. Like who was it? I forget, it was both of you probably told me, but like Batman has a way to take down every single one of the Justice League members.
Yeah,
I want to like see how he found out about that. Like he's obviously a detective, so he probably had to do recon these people, and they didn't even know about it.
Exactly, love it. I'd love
that would be sick. As far as the Batmobile goes, it looks like a souped up version of like the '60s mobile.
Yes,
because it looks like if the '60s mobile were a modern day car, where like all the modern cars look like a Matchbox car or something.
Yo, when I saw it, it made my stomach hurt though. Like you gotta understand, because for me, there's only one Batmobile. There's only one, and it's the one that was. It looks so good they put it in the cartoon. Yeah. The long one, the long black John. Yeah. Pause. Like that was. I'm sorry. It looked like a limo. I love that thing. Like that with the wings in the back and the jet part and the. Give me that. Let me get that just forever. Like I don't. And I figured for like the route that it seemed to be going, because in the one set piece where you see it, you could tell by the lighting. I'm like, I feel the feel that they might be going for.
Yeah, like the noir.
Exactly.
Like it was like that sepia tone lighting and stuff like that.
Yes, and I loved it. I'm like, if y'all go that route, give me that old school Batmobile, because it seems old school, right?
Yeah.
Give me that one. But they're playing with my emotions.
What do you guys feel about all the? There's like 5 different villains casted by big name actors and actresses.
I'm not okay with that.
Because we have Colin Farrell is playing the Penguin.
Matthew McConaughey.
Paul Dano is the Riddler.
Oh God.
And then Zoe Kravitz is Catwoman.
Yes.
Yo, I'm here for that though.
You see that photo?
Wait, there was a photo?
Yeah, there was a set photo of her in purple. Because like how his costume was in red when it first came out, it was her in purple.
Oh, okay.
It looked like
I want to see that.
I love her.
I need it in my life.
That's my wife.
Supposedly,
I love her. My bad.
No, I was gonna say supposedly it's supposed to be like.
Serious.
Supposedly this is supposed to take place like a year after he became Batman or something like
That's
that.
Perfect. That's perfect.
Yeah,
it's a great time to start too.
Yeah, I don't want to see Bruce Wayne's parents die for the 7th time in 15 years in live action.
Thank you.
Gotham, BVS, Joker. Seeing it in Joker kind of fit. That was a cool new way to do it. But like
Batman Begins.
Yeah,
you see it every time. Except I don't think they did it in George Clooney's Batman.
No.
Yeah.
I don't think they did anything with George Clooney's Batman.
But got action figure money.
He was like,
yeah, I don't
know. And the blades came out they feet. Y'all just knew y'all was on ice skate today.
Right, that's just prepared for everything.
They were playing hockey.
They made that movie to make toys. Come on.
Oh, and I had a lot of them.
Good times.
So,
Poison Ivy.
Yeah, there's probably other cast members. There's probably other cast members they announced for that movie. I don't know why they're doing all this. It's gonna be weird if it's like Colin Farrell has like a cameo because he's a big actor, and he's just gonna be what is he just gonna be in like Arkham Prison or something? And I don't know if this is DCEU or not.
I don't think so
Because I heard rumors that it's supposed to be present day. Other rumors pointed that it's supposed to take place in like the 90s or something.
Right.
I like that though. I like that if they're messing around with time like that. I'd bang with it. If it was in the 90s, I could see that. I'd get with that. And to your point though, like you mentioned earlier, the whole Omega Red thing. Yeah. I pray they don't do, because they do have a major lineup for these villains. His Rose Gallery is crazy in this movie, and it made me mad because I don't like Matthew McConaughey as an actor. Sorry, but they got him as Two-Face.
Wait, really?
Yeah, that's what I heard. That's what I heard, and I'm like, yo, don't do that.
So you're worried like Zoe Kravitz is just gonna like run by the camera and like look at it in like a silhouette where the moon is, and just like keep like running. That's it.
That's it. And she running on rooftops.
Yeah. All right, so we talked about Batman in the future. Did we talk about what you guys want for the future, DC, besides Batman?
We didn't.
Okay, so who wants to go first?
Spark it off, Dev.
All right. Future wise, for feature length films, I need a Superman movie.
Thank you.
I need Last Son of Krypton. I
don't know why I didn't think of Superman. This is my favorite character. But go ahead. Sorry.
I need Henry Cavill to come back. I need him to come back. I like him. I think Man of Steel, a lot of people have gripes with it, whatever. I liked it. I got it on Blu-ray.
Same.
So does he.
I got it on 4K.
Ooh.
Oh, you fancy. You all the way there. Okay, got that money.
Yeah. No, I need that. Superman deserves a trilogy. A very good trilogy. We've got one for Batman. The Nolan verse. Love it. The best. But yeah, let's do other things. Let's keep going with this Superman thing. Let's keep going with the Justice League. I love Wonder Woman. I love the first one. I think the second one's going to do great. Patty Jenkins is a great director. Gal Gadot.
She demanded that money for the sequel too.
Yeah, she did.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she did. She was not playing.
She deserves that too.
And that's why I still think, going back to your point about Cheetah, I think she's putting out her trailers in a way where we don't see Cheetah yet. I think she's doing it on purpose.
Okay.
Because she casts well. She knows what she's doing, and her and Gal Gadot get together, and they just make magic. She's a great director.
The Cheetah's supposed to be like Wonder Woman's nemesis, right? It's supposed to be always like Batman's Joker.
Hands.
Yeah. Okay.
All that.
It's rough though because it's between her and Circe.
Yeah.
So Circe's up there too, but don't nobody know about Circe.
I don't. I've seen a few of the animated movies, and I've watched live action movie, and I even seen the unaired Wonder Woman pilot back when Smallville was out of the Wonder Woman show. That was bad. We won't talk about that.
No. Yeah.
So Superman movie for you?
Definitely Superman. And as far as animated films, I want something for other characters, kind of like they did with Batman for like Gotham Knight. Like, give me that in between.
Yeah.
Of like the character growing into like who they are. Like, I don't know, something like that for. Well, we've had Smallville for that, for Superman. But, like, something like that for, like, Green Lantern. Like, let's see him grow into being the Hal Jordan or the other one from...
Kyle Rayner.
Right.
We ain't getting no Kyle Rayner love.
Other stories.
John Stewart, can we get him?
Come on. Love Kyle.
John Stewart.
Yeah, like, if they did Gotham Knight, but for, like, Green Lanterns, but, like, different Green Lanterns. Like, they don't have to be together. You know what I'm saying? Like, they don't have to, like, make sense, but, like, they just have to, like, oh, here's his story. Here's Hal Jordan's story. Here's Kyle Rayner's story. Just different little fights or different little things that they had to overcome to be the Green Lanterns as we know and love today. Like, if they did something like that, that would be hot. Because we keep getting Batman, Justice League, Superman. Give us more. There's more characters.
Mm-hmm. I think that's what we're all agreeing on with all the different aspects.
Yeah.
Just different characters. Does that wrap it up with you for future stuff?
Yeah, that's cool. That's where I'm at.
One thing I just want to ask you guys, because I forgot to mention it, the Shazam sequel and the Black Adam movie with The Rock in it. Greg, I'll let you take it because it's your turn anyways.
Thanks. Appreciate it. I went to go see the Black Adam. I went to go see the Captain Marvel movie. And it was exactly what I thought it was going to be.
You're talking about Captain Marvel as in the DC's Captain Marvel?
I'm sorry, Shazam. Yes. Shazam! My apologies. I'm still stuck in the 90s.
Yeah. I was picking up what you were laying down, though.
Thank you. So I went to go see the Shazam movie, and it was exactly what I thought it was going to be. I enjoyed it. It was hilarious to me that they said it took place in Philly, but there wasn't a SEPTA bus. And I think the place that was supposed to look like Penn's Landing was like not ratchet at all. Yeah. But other than that, it was an enjoyable film. I wouldn't want to see it again, though. It's definitely more for kids. I used to fantasize about stuff like that as a kid, so it resonated with me. I'm actually kind of looking forward to The Rock being added in there because I don't think I've ever seen him play like a role that's supposed to be that heavy and that dark. Because Black Adam has depth, and I really hope they don't ham it up.
And all the Rock's movies within the past 10 years do not have depth.
Exactly, it's a very surface level. It's very surface level. So I'm hoping that they don't flub it up and make it for kids entertainment. So
okay,
yeah.
But. All right, so your current or future wish list, you can do whatever.
Okay, so I want to actually throw a nod to Death Battle, because Death Battle showed me something, right? They had in a recent Death Battle that they had on YouTube, they had Miles Morales go up against Static Shock, and that was interesting to me, and it made me really cast the two of those characters into like a very similar light.
Yeah.
And doing so, I'm like, yo, y'all made a whole movie just off of Miles Morales and his growth and turn into Spider-Man.
Yeah.
We could do something similar for DC with Static. The downside is Static's not that connected to everybody.
Yeah.
But like there is some time play with his character. Like you get to see old Static, like older Static, come back in time, or no, young Static goes into the future and messes with Batman Beyond.
I would love to see it, yeah.
Love that episode.
And do you remember all the like heavy themes that they would deal with in
Bro.
Static? You were like, what was it Richie, right?
Yep.
His dad was racist as shit.
Yes.
And Richie was just like, dude, I'm not taking this anymore. You scared off my friend. I was like, dude, this is a kid's show.
This is real. They were
right?
where you live, yo. I experienced that. And for the fact that I could see, it was great. It was great. And you had the one, not to be insensitive about it, but the one about the school shooting. The kid who brought the gun to school. That was depth. And I think it was actually Richie that got shot.
Really?
Yeah. It was. I could be wrong, but I think Richie got shot and Static wasn't there. Either he wasn't there or he wasn't able to he was regular, so he couldn't be like stop the bullet or whatever.
Yeah.
But it was a very
gear.
Yeah, right. Neither one of them was prepared for this moment. But it was like it was ahead of its time for one. And it had that depth that kids needed to grasp onto. It was meeting you where you lived as a teenager. I loved it. So I'd like to see an animated kind of thing for that in the style of Into the Spider-Verse.
That'd be fire.
Wouldn't it?
That would be
The
crazy.
music, yo, Black Panther of DC. I'm sorry. I'm just let it be. Other than that, man, I'm with y'all 100%. I need some Superman content. Like,
Yeah.
we muse about it all the time. We low key have like verbally written an entire trilogy because of all the story arcs. We know where to go where they haven't gone. Like, I want to see him go up against heavy foes. Give me a fight against Mogul. Or Mongrel, whatever his name is. Mongrel.
Mm-hmm.
Give me a fight against him. Give me a fight against Darkseid. Mm-hmm. Show me that. Like Superman fighting armies. I'd love to see him cut loose all the time and see him go into space and how that goes and everything. So that's where I'm at.
Okay. So, I mean, the last one we have to talk about is TV shows. Are you guys caught up on everything, or is there stuff you don't watch? I'll just start off with that before I start it.
The only things I probably haven't seen is probably Titans, and I know I should be because I love me some Robin / Nightwing.
Okay. So Titan season 2 you didn't see?
I haven't seen Titan season 1 or 2. I haven't watched it at all.
Okay.
I know. I suck.
Are you caught up on like the CW stuff or?
Yeah, I'm actually rewatching Arrow as we speak.
Okay. So you watched the finale of Arrow and everything like that?
Saw it, cried.
You're gonna be disappointed with me, man, because I fell off after Smallville. I fell all the way off.
So no CW shows for you?
No CW. I've seen clips of Titans.
Yeah.
I'm digging everything that I see. Everything. They got my homie Superboy in there.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that was great in season 2.
Okay, and the dog. So
Yeah,
I'm here for all
to be fair, Smallville had crypto in it.
Touche. That's why I see Smallville. It'll ever hold a place in my heart. Love me some Smallville.
So, this is just how I feel about the current state of DC shows and like the future, what I want. They got Flash right now, and I know the guy who plays Cisco, he isn't in the show that much anymore. They have these 2 like interns coming in, and the one character they set up in the last part before Crisis. The Flash is decent enough. I like how they split both seasons into 2 separate arcs, so they don't have to rely on a villain for 22 episodes and have like 12 of those be filler. So,
hate that.
because this got stale after a while and lost me. So because everyone wants shows that are 10 episodes now.
Yes.
Either way.
Yeah.
Supergirl, I want to be honest with you guys. I watched like the first episode or 2 of Supergirl after Crisis. I don't know if you're all caught up or not.
Yeah, because I watched all of Crisis, but I mean, for me, Arrow was the Tony Stark of the DC shows.
Oh,
so it's just like Supergirl. I watched season 1. It was okay. Legends. I watched season 1. It was okay. Flash. I stopped watching after season 4 because I can't do it anymore. It was at its best at season 2.
I totally agree.
With Zoom, it was just.
You would probably like part 1 of season 7 of Flash.
Okay.
No, it's season 6. Sorry.
I'm about to say something. Steven.
Yeah.
No,
season 6 because they do the villain blood work and he's a fairly new villain and like you would think like because I think there's like 10 or 11 episodes for the first part of the season. He's in about 8 or 9 of them. Whether it's small or large. Crisis is the main thing that's coming up, but he's still in it. So I was like, okay, good. You have a decent enough villain. And he's played by the dude from Heroes, by the way, Suresh.
Oh, Mohinder.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
Oh,
Yeah.
what?
And he was pretty cool because it was a different type of villain. He's expendable at the end of the day, but he's way better than like Savitar or like
oh my god,
the Thinker or whatever like that.
That's terrible.
Because we have so many forgetful
Savage.
villains. So we got to talk about Crisis and the End of Arrow. Do you care if we talk about it?
By all means, no. Actually, I saw bits of that too.
So yeah, the End of Arrow. We had something big happen. We had this huge fan theory that was circling around for years, and at the end, Diggle gets hit with a meteor, flies back, hits the van before he's going to move to Metropolis. By the way, so he looks at the meteor crash site because, of course, he gets up after being hit by a meteor. Why not? So he goes up, opens the box, and you see a shining green light coming from the box, and then that's it for him. So I know they can't show it, but that's hinting that he's going to become the Green Lantern. Because remember the one episode, I believe it was one of the past crossovers, the guy who played Earth 90 Flash was like, oh, John, where's your ring?
Yeah.
I was just like, there you go. Okay. And his dad in the show, the one episode Diggle's dad came in, his name was like Colonel Stewart or something like that.
Yep, I remember.
That's dope.
Yeah.
Well done.
So, did you watch Crisis?
Yeah, I watched Crisis.
So Crisis, oh my gosh. So Crisis had so many like cameos. Smallville, I loved seeing a Clark Kent. Did you watch the clip on YouTube?
It made me mad.
So I was mad.
It made me very mad.
I was mad because I want to see Tom Welling in the suit, but I know he said he's not coming back to do it if he has to wear the suit.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but here's the thing. I'm going back and watching all the previous seasons of Smallville, and like, there's a lot of moments where he just wants to be normal. Like, obviously, you have that time where he wants to be Superman, but I was like, you know what? For, like, the Clark Kent that was in Smallville, it makes sense that he gave up his powers. But, like, at the same time, dude, it was like, you're Superman. I want to see you in that suit.
We saw your future.
Yeah.
Do it.
Do it already.
Right.
And they had some deep cuts in the Crisis crossover. They had the early 2000s Birds of Prey show. Burt Ward as Batman.
Right, they did, didn't they?
Titans. I don't know if you saw. Did you see the Flash cameo?
With from the movie.
That's one big thing because I don't know if you guys remember, but like years ago when they had Smallville, oh no, there's no possible way we can have a TV version of Batman. Gotham came on. You can't call him the Joker.
Right.
But Warner Brothers approached, or the heads of the DC movies approached the TV show and asked if Ezra Miller could be in it. Not the other way around. So they're just like, we want him in this. I was like, now you want to make all the like movies acknowledge the shows and stuff like that?
Doing that from the get.
I hope it leads to something, in all honesty. Like, I hope seeing things like that, like, it got my hopes up to see what it could become. But it's DC, and they've let us down. So,
yeah.
A guy can hope.
The dude, I believe the guy who is directing, I think he's the guy who directed the It movies, like It Chapters 1 and 2.
And they were really good. Yeah.
And I'm hoping he's giving updates consistently because you know the Flash movie had like 4 different directors.
Yeah.
And I was supposed to hear like it's supposed to be a Flashpoint type movie.
That'd be awesome.
But it's not going to be the same as the comic book version. They said they're not going to treat it as lightly as they did with the TV show version.
Okay.
Did you get that far when they did Flashpoint on the TV show?
Yeah.
When they did it for like a whole episode and a half?
Yeah. Like literally. I'm like, we're doing Flashpoint. Oh, okay.
Did he meet Batman's dad?
No.
No.
It was completely butchered the way they did it.
Yeah, it was terrible.
Oof.
I watched the movie. I don't have any knowledge of the comics or anything, but I was like, all right, you could have done more with that.
Yeah, it's pretty much just like the comics. The cartoon movie.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's almost like panel for panel.
But yeah, I loved Crisis. I'm going to be honest. Supergirl, Legends of Tomorrow, Black Lightning. I I haven't watched any of the shows. I'm even behind on Flash because like Crisis on Infinite Earths felt like Avengers Endgame to me.
Yeah.
And I felt like Avengers is waiting a while to release Black Widow afterwards. Like it comes out soon, but since Endgame, like
yeah, we haven't had.
Yeah, it's coming out, and then like Far From Home came out, but like you got to give it time for Crisis on Infinite Earths. Like a few weeks later, all the other shows came back on.
Right.
So like, I love Black Lightning too. Like that's besides Arrow. Black Lightning is like my favorite show right now for the CW verse at least.
Yeah.
I started it. It's hard for me to maintain it though. For me, it feels like it tries too hard.
Yeah.
Just a little bit though. I don't want to be too critical on it because I've only seen like I think 7 episodes. But that's just the vibe I'm getting. And my whole issue, it starts with the costume. That's what had me like, I might not be with this. I'm not a fan of the costume.
No. Did you see his Crisis costume?
Yeah.
The one. It's not like the blue and yellow light. It's like all like black with a bolt down the middle.
Right. And that's the one I bang with because I'm very partial to the one he had in the comics.
Yeah.
Just like that. And if you kept that, what was wrong with it? You should have just had it. But I get it. We can't wear spandex in real life and think.
Yeah. And so, I'm gonna wrap up myself, and then you guys can dive into this. But like, as far as the future goes with these shows, I want to see Swamp Thing back because I don't know. Did you guys watch Swamp Thing?
No, I heard great things though.
It was literally it was better than any CW
wild
show. I mean, besides one small one on CW, but better than any CW property that was released just in one season because James Wan was behind it, the guy who did like all the horror movies.
Yeah, he's good.
It felt like if you didn't know there was a pre-existing comic books and stuff like that, you wouldn't have known it was a comic book show because it was just very gritty and horror related. There was a scene, not spoiling too much, but like all these SWAT dudes are coming into the forest. And Swamp Thing just like runs up on the back and he comes up near a tree. He just goes like this to the back of the tree. And you see all these splinters and spikes shoot out and like go into their eyes and stuff. I was like, dude, this is so cool.
I love it.
And there's like parts where he grabs the trees and just rips the guy's limbs everywhere. I was like, dude, it's like fatality style. I love that. I love it. I want to see like HBO I believe HBO is going to be the outlet for the next season of Doom Patrol. And I think they're going to be making a Green Lantern show now, too, on HBO. So I would love to see Swamp Thing get revived with that, even though the Blu-ray I bought of Swamp Thing says the entire series. So I don't know if that's likely or not. They're coming out with Stargirl on CW. They're originally going to release it on the streaming service. CW didn't make the show, but Stargirl, I believe, is coming out within the next month or two. And I'm optimistic for that. I liked her in the Smallville show. And I think in one episode of Legends was it Starman they also had too?
Yeah.
Yeah, one episode of Legends Starman was in it. So, but here's my thing. And I never like to get political on any of this. So we've had Supergirl. They're coming out with Green Arrow and the Canaries.
Oh yeah,
the one with his daughter.
Yeah.
And like.
So that's confirmed that they're doing the show?
I don't think it's been picked up, but they had the backdoor pilot.
Oh, okay.
So, and Batwoman, Stargirl, I know Stargirl wasn't the original property. I'm just like, I don't know if they're afraid or what to make another show about like a guy or just, I know everyone's going to laugh at me for this, a guy or like you could make a show with Static or like do whatever you want. It's just that like, I just don't know if the current state of these shows is just they want to make... If they wanted to make an even playing field, they wouldn't have like all these female-driven shows. And if it's good, then I'll watch it. I'll love it. But like the writing's been subpar, so that's why I've kind of like lost interest in them. And even the male-led shows, The Flash, the writing has been iffy throughout the years. And Arrow, the writing hasn't been perfect all the time. But I would just love to see some new characters. Get me into a new character. It shouldn't just be Batwoman just because...
She's Batwoman.
Yeah, she's Batwoman. And Batman sells big, so let's just make another Bat spinoff.
Right.
Let's just make a... Superman came out, so Supergirl spinoff and just recycle some of the Superman villains. Like, I know she's her own character and she has her own specific villains. That's fine. But... I'm gonna stop talking about this subject now because
I love it though. I don't want to stop.
I'm probably gonna say I'm probably gonna say something that I regret, but like I would I would just love an even playing field because right now it seems like
oversaturation.
Kind of. Yeah. And there's a lot of political agendas in the show. I don't care what your political stance is, Democrat, Republican, whatever. I don't want to see politics in my superhero stuff.
Forcing it down my throat now.
Yeah.
That's exactly, I feel you 100% on that. Can you mind if I interject?
Yeah, go ahead. All you.
All because I'm just like, one thing you also got to take into consideration is like, who are the characters that you're actually having represented now? Like, all right, cool. So it's Supergirl, right? But there's definitely like a title card character that's named Superman, like who's already bossing that line, right? And you've got Batwoman, but Batman was definitely here first. Now, if we were doing that for Wonder Woman, that'd be great. Let's make a Wonder Woman show.
Wonder Man.
The power to wonder.
Oh, yep, that's what it is. But I'm like, yeah, do that then, because I mean, I wouldn't mind seeing a show off like in between time of these movies or something like that. But I mean, I feel like it's a tall order to find that equilibrium for them now, because it seems like this mediocrity in the writing is just happening. Sucks. You can't really stop it, but a guy can wish. If I could talk about what I wanted to see, in my head, it's like I see a live action Static Shock. I'm so stuck on, when you said it, I just see it. Like that would be, I feel like that would be the way to fix everything. But even if it's like a movie or a series, like I'm just for it, like 100%. Like I feel like I could see me writing it. That's why I'm so excited about it. That's what's so impressive.
All the streaming services, they could do like miniseries too. It doesn't have to be 10 seasons, 5 seasons.
Exactly.
You could just have it be 8 episodes that are like an hour long.
Bingo.
Or something like that.
Bingo, man. It's so much meat in his story, so much he dealt with, and a lot of room for growth. Like him in the comics is vicious. Him in the cartoon was cool. Like the stuff he did in the comics was amazing. He was dope as ever in the comics. So I mean, I would just love to see that. And I feel like that could be a good start to the equality factor. And you got people like, look what's happening in Marvel now. You got a whole Morbius movie coming out. So they know they see the formula.
They can dig deep.
Yeah, like, and he's not surface level at all. Like Morbius, no. So many people were asking who he was. I was like, bruh, how do you not know about the living vampire?
Yeah,
he's the reason why Blade was in the cartoon. Y'all playing. So I don't know, man. And then great you mentioned horror, and Justice League Dark went there, like the cartoon. I would not mind seeing that in real life if they could do it, because, and what gives me hope for that is New Mutants. You peep how that's like supposed to be scary.
Yeah.
Like, yo, if they do that right, I don't know if it's still, I don't know the status of that now, but if they do that, then that means there could be a Justice League Dark movie that like turns up and brings that to the forefront. I'd like to see it, man, because there's a lot that hasn't been explored in the Constantine, Swamp Thing, part of everything. So that's my vibe.
Okay, so that's your vibe. Well, I know you said Justice League Dark for the movie. Did you have anything else for TV show wise?
I'd say I'd throw Static in there. I'd throw Static in there. I like what you said earlier, Dev, too. Like, because I see it. You mentioned the Green Lanterns, right? Because there's so many.
Right.
Especially now, Batman's worked with a couple in the New 52 comics that I actually got the chance to read. There's one of them that carries a gun with him, and that's wild. It's all the way different. Because I'm like, bro, why? But whatever. You got a whole green, whatever. So for me, I would like to see, like, what if they did it like what's that show on Netflix? Love, Death, and Robots or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's all episodic.
You see what I'm saying? Like an anthology.
So it could be a different character each episode.
Bingo. Yeah, you got one starting off.
That's actually a really good idea.
Fire.
See what I'm saying? Hal Jordan starting it off. Alan Scott, I think he could be the ending of it, because he's like a big name in the Green Lantern verse. Kyle Rayner can be somewhere in the middle, because he becomes the White Lantern. He's the GOAT, the greatest of all time. You got John. Then you got the homie with the gun. You got
the homie with the gun.
Great name too.
That's it. That's what I call them. There's a baby girl with a mask on her face who's a Green Lantern. You could even jump into Sinestro, tell us something about the Red Lanterns. Jump everywhere with it. Blue Lanterns.
Like an Atrocitus or something.
Yes, right. I love it. I love my Red Lanterns, man. I love when they made Supergirl a Red Lantern. But there's so much that can be done, but who doing it? Why y'all not doing it? So.
Yeah. I know HBO, they said they're working on a Green Lantern show. I haven't heard anything from it since they announced it, but that's about it. So, Deb, you got any thoughts on the current CW or any type of DC show or future?
DC movie or even a TV show. I need Batman Beyond. I need Batman Beyond. I need them
live action. That's a tough one.
I feel like they can really put their foot in some animation now, though.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I'm all in for that.
Because we're going back, like, what? Batman Beyond was what? Almost, what? Over 10 years ago?
Definitely.
That was 99?
That makes it 20 years ago.
Oh.
Isn't that why the Blu-ray came out? Was it the 20th anniversary?
Yes, it was. Yes, it was.
Yeah, so...
You're losing track of time, dude.
Yeah, I am. So if they revamp that would be hot, and I needed a live action that kind of pulls from everything that we've had from CW, Legion of Superheroes.
What is that entail? I'm not familiar.
There was a TV show on WB, Legion of Superheroes. It kind of like went into the future, and it was kind of like Justice League and Young Justice put together, but they dealt with like futuristic like threats.
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
They were part of Smallville, weren't they?
Yes, they were.
Yeah,
I'm only on I'm rewatching season 5, but I know I was like that sounds familiar.
Yeah.
They had the ring. I got the ring.
Yes, if they did the Legion, Superman and Lightning Lad and Timberwolf and Brainiac 5, all them, that would be crazy. They do it live action just like they're doing Titans right now. They get them all together and they just go throughout the whole season just picking out threats, and then you can give each of them their own like mini TV shows going forward.
Like
I think that would be dope.
6 episodes each or something.
Therefore, we're not getting Superman. We're not getting Batman. We're not getting Green Arrow. We're not getting everyone we've already had. We're getting kind of like the B team, but dealing with different threats. But also they're also younger too. So it's kind of is giving that Teen Titans feel, Young Justice feel with it. So that's what I would do. That's what I'd be looking forward to.
How crazy would it be? I know this isn't really TV show related, but how crazy would it be if there was like, they did Crisis on Infinite Earths, but how crazy would it be if it was like, it was some sort of Batman property where it was like Thomas Wayne Batman, and then Bruce Wayne Batman, Batman Beyond, Batwoman,
dead.
Like the family?
Yeah, like
y'all had to clean me up. I'm dead.
How crazy would that be if it had like a bunch of different iterations?
I'm here for it, yo. I'm here for it. Because Thomas Wayne ain't play when he had the cowl on, man.
We didn't.
Pulled up the toolies on him. Yeah. The blickies out. He wasn't playing. He was not playing. It's red and black, boy.
Yeah, man.
So, I think that wraps it up. TV shows, you guys, in general, overall of DC, you guys got any last thoughts?
I need to watch Titans ASAP because I love me some Robin.
Yeah, they got it on Blu-ray, so if you don't want to pay for a streaming service.
What?
Yeah.
And season 2?
Yeah, season 2's on Blu-ray now.
What? Greg, we gotta go to Best Buy.
Let's get it.
We gotta get it.
So
for the house.
I will say this: they're good. There's some choices they make that are really stupid.
Yes.
I.e., Starfire, but they fixed her somewhat in season 2.
That's good.
It's better. But Doom Patrol's entertaining. It gets really weird and out there. I don't know if you watch that.
I wanted to, but where can I find it?
It's on Blu-ray.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and it was also they're throwing it on HBO Max now that's their own streaming service because they tried to launch a whole streaming service with DC properties and realized it's not as big.
It's not that good. It's not worth it.
Of course.
Well, yeah, because Disney Plus has like Marvel, Disney, National Geographic, The Simpsons. They got a bunch of different stuff. You can't just. If it was just Marvel properties, it probably wouldn't. It would be popular.
So like, I can't pop it open like DC Universe. I mean, not DC Universe, like DC, streaming service and watch Batman Forever.
You might be able to. I haven't looked. I got a free trial of it a while ago.
Okay.
Which is my guilty pleasure.
Yeah.
I know it's bad.
Sam,
I love
I love
you
that
tripping.
Seal, sing it to me, Seal. Yes.
I'm at
baby.
No.
Wow, I'm in my house. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I bet that was like the most hype thing. He looked a little rough because I know he'd been through a lot. But AwesomeCon last year, Val Kilmer was there.
Oh.
Did you guys miss him? You were there.
I didn't see him.
Listen, is that AwesomeCon? That's when I saw.
That's when we saw Sean Schimmel. That's all that matters.
It's not even about it. It's not even about this.
Yeah.
But we saw Sean Schimmel. I always get hyped.
We hugged him. We was talking to him.
He's family now.
Yeah.
So that's it for final thoughts.
Cast my man David Boreanaz as Bruce Wayne.
That's
all I'm saying. Yeah, that's all I'm saying. Cast him as Bruce Wayne tomorrow, yo.
Greg loves Angel.
He gonna get old. I'm telling you, he not gonna listen. Just do it.
You heard it here, guys. David Boreanaz is Batman. So that's it for you too.
Yeah, man, that's it. I'm just excited to see what's going on with this new Batman. This will be the first Batman film we've had since 2013. 2012?
I believe.
2012.
Unless you count Batman vs. Superman.
I do not.
Okay. Then there you go.
I do not.
That's how I feel too. Like, I'm excited for DC. I'm happy they have. It seems like they're not winging it in a bad way. They're winging it where they're letting all these directors and creators come up with their own individual things now. They don't feel the pressure to have this shared universe. No, they're learning from their mistakes. Batman vs. Superman, love it or hate it, we all agree that it was a mess. Justice League was a mess. And so I think they're not letting this stuff happen anymore. The only real blunder that I've seen with DC over the past few years is the writing on the CW shows is like subpar.
Yeah.
And Birds of Prey just wasn't marketed enough. If I'm going to tell you guys this right now, if it wasn't for Harley Quinn, the movie didn't need to be rated R.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So that could have brought it to a wider audience, but wrapping it up, that's what we think of the current state and future of DC, our wish list. I want to thank Greg and Devin for coming over here.
Thank
Thanks for having us, man.
We're eventually going to have another video, all Marvel related, current and future of that. So again, guys,
good stuff.
thanks for watching.